up. Hello, everybody. Welcome. I have a beautiful friend. I was going to say, soul sister, you, Kelly, you
Call me
absolutely
what you
freaking
want.
amazing. I answered anything. Kelly Drover is joining me today because Feel the Magic is one of the charities that I wanted to partner with our Good Vibrations 5-day journey that kicks off next week. And Kelly has been very heavily involved with them for many years now. So I just wanted to invite her in to share a little bit about what they do, who they help, and her story with Feel the Magic. But thank you so much for taking your lunch break.
No worries. Thanks for having me along. Always happy to talk about this amazing charity.
Yes, amazing. So who do Feel the Magic help?
Yep. So they help bereaved children that have lost a parent or a sibling, aged 7 to 17. Any younger than that, it's a bit hard to sort of give them the tools to deal with their grief journey. They just don't understand. But these kids have lost a parent. Some of them have lost a parent and a sibling. And they're just amazing. They come along, they share their stories, and they're just such brave little kids. And I know for me, having my own grief journey, which we can talk about soon, and just thinking like, how do I deal with this? And then thinking, well, how do these young kids have the tools to, go along on their grief journey? So, yep, so that they give them, they go along to the camp for the weekend and they're paired up with a mentor, a volunteer mentor, and you're not there to fix their problem because it's really important for people to understand you can't fix someone's grief. But you're just there to be a support and, a listening ear. A lot of these kids have, the surviving parent at home that's not coping very well. So the kids don't feel like they can talk about their problems or, what's worrying them because they don't want to upset mum or dad. Whereas camp is just a safe space for them to just be open and honest and talk about their feelings without any judgment. They're around other kids that have been through similar circumstances. So that can be a really supporting thing when you're going through a difficult time is knowing that, other people just get it.
Yeah, and that you're not alone and that, it doesn't just, 12 months has passed, it's all gone away now.
Yeah,
Like it
that's
just
right.
doesn't
And a
work
lot
that
of
way.
these kids, they're at school. None of the other kids at school, none of their friends and family have been through something similar. So that it's a very isolating feeling for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know your story, but for
Mhm.
everybody who's watching, like where did the passion for you getting involved? And I know that your son James he's
He's a
an
camper.
amazing fundraiser. Like
Yes.
he will jump on any challenge. He climbed Kosciuszko. Like
Yeah.
he's so
Recently ran
amazing.
10 kilometers. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So
Incredible.
back in 2013, I lost my husband Matthew suddenly and unexpectedly to a cardiac arrest. He was only 33 at the time, and James was only 2. So, overnight I became a widow and a sole parent. So the first few years were just survival, really. It was just going through the motions, trying to raise James on my own, working out what grief was all about. And then I think it was 2016, I was on a young widows forum on Facebook, and I saw someone mention Feel the Magic, and their kids had been to Camp Magic. So I had a look into it. James was too young at the time to attend. He wasn't 7 yet. And then I realized there was an opportunity to go along as a mentor. And for me, it was such a cathartic thing being able to go along on my grief journey, but help someone else as well. And you learn so much from these kids. You think that they're 7 to 17 and I'm the adult, I'm going along, but you learn so much from them. And yeah, it's been quite helpful and it's a very uplifting and inspiring thing to do.
Wow.
Yeah. And then
So
obviously so once James turned 7, he had the opportunity to go and he just loves it. He's made lifelong friends, as
yeah.
have I. Yeah.
And I loved seeing that they even had a COVID version of Camp Magic
Yes.
this year.
Yeah.
That is,
Yeah.
talk about like pivot and
Oh,
adapt no
they
matter the
certainly have.
circumstances.
So they've had the
Yeah.
online series where, via Zoom, people could log on and still have that experience. And then just the weekend just gone, they've had their first face-to-face, which was a smaller, um, you know, option. But yeah, Magic Quarterly, so families could still come together and go
Right.
through the seasons of grief that they talk about and have that experience. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That is amazing.
yeah.
And so it wasn't just your husband, you then had some extra troubles with your dad. Like
Yes.
it's almost like you've had multiple challenges just to kind of
Yeah. So
test
he
how.
he survived a cardiac arrest a few years later. But I guess that's one of the things I think that going to Cat Magic helps teach his resilience as well. Your grief's never going to go away. There's always going to be times when you know, like I said, they talk about the seasons of grief. So winter, autumn, summer, and spring. And, summer's when you're feeling really good, but that doesn't mean you're not going to slip back into autumn or winter at some point. There's always going
Yeah,
to be triggers and things that happen in life. It could be 10 years down the track and, dad's not there at a certain sporting event or
yeah,
birthdays and Father's Days. So, but
yeah.
yeah,
The
definitely.
weddings.
Yes, exactly, but it teaches the kids empowerment and that the resilience to get through those difficult times.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
So there is a certain amount of, we can actually raise funds, and that money is allocated to a kid who can attend, especially when face-to-face camps are happening.
Yes, yes.
They
It's the important
can,
thing that the grieving families don't have to pay for the kids to attend. So it's
yeah,
generally $1,000 for one child and mentor to go along, and the parents don't have to worry about covering that. That's all done
yeah.
through, volunteers and donations and these charity events and fundraising events.
Amazing. Well,
Yeah.
that's our aim. Let's send
Yes.
at least one
Yeah.
child to Camp Magic
Yeah.
through this charity.
Yeah.
What we wanted to do is I'm really passionate about the information about how we create our reality and
Hmm.
how our vibration and frequency works.
Yeah.
Once we understand it, then we can create so much in our life.
Yeah.
And as I want to share all of that out, I thought, I actually had some colleagues of mine say, you should be charging for this. I'm like, well, I for this particular stuff, I don't want to make money from it, but somebody can.
Yeah.
Maybe we can have an impact. So that's why I decided to partner and select 3 charities, Feel
Yeah.
the Magic
That's
being one of
awesome.
them, so
Yeah.
that we can really just, let's pay it forward, right?
Yep.
So not only are you investing in yourself and understanding yourself at the soul level, what you're here to experience,
Mm.
then you can pay it forward and know that you're having an amazing impact in the world and partnering with these charities. So thank you
Yeah.
so much, Kelly,
No worries.
for
Thank you. And I'm sure Feel the Magic will be very grateful for your support.
thank you. And I love that you're so open to sharing your story, because it touches every time I hear you speak. I've been to a few of your fundraisers, but your willingness to speak so openly about it is what actually gives it the power and the momentum for people to
Yeah.
actually to realize, this isn't just hiding away in the shadows. Like,
No.
this is the reality for certain people. So
Yeah. And just maybe
um,
sharing your story, even if it just helps one person, then that's a positive, isn't it?
absolutely.
Mm.
Absolutely. Well, big
Yeah.
hugs to you. Thank you for
Yes.
all that you
Thank you.
do.
No
Thanks to
worries.
everybody else. Let me pop up. souljourney.university/LP Good Vibes is our registration page. It's in the text above. And this is the Feel the Magic charity website as well. So if you want to donate directly, you can absolutely do that if you
Well,
feel
people may
called.
even want to get involved in being a mentor as well or volunteer.
That's one thing that I was going to ask as you were talking. Like, you don't have to have gone through your own severe
No.
grief story to actually turn up as a mentor, right?
Yeah. No, because you're just there to listen and support, and anyone can do that. So,
Amazing.
yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much.
No worries.
And
Thanks, Lib.
no worries. We'll chat to you soon. And I'll see everybody on the inside of Good Vibes.